Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about an announcement that Binance made last week about introducing the League of Kingdoms or the LOKA token sale on the Binance Launchpad, right? So the announcement reads as follows. Binance is excited to announce the 26th project on Binance Launchpad, which is League of Kingdoms or LOKA. The token sale for League of Kingdoms will follow the Launchpad subscription format with the recording of user BNB balances starting at 12th of January 0 AM UTC. So if you guys don't already know, Binance has its own Launchpad where it lists tokens in the form of new tokens that will eventually get listed on Binance itself. And they have their 26th project that's currently ongoing, which is League of Kingdoms or the LOKA token. And if you want to participate, you need to have BNB coins at the minimum, and you need to basically hold BNB on the Binance Launchpad, on Binance basically for a period of the desired period that they mentioned here, right? And this recording of BNB balances will start was actually started on 12th of January 0 AM UTC. So if you feel like you are actually late, it's understandable because this is a project that has a BNB balance recording of only for 8 days, because the holding the Binance BNB token holders will be recorded from 12th of January 0 AM UTC all the way till 20th of January, so which is only 2 more days left, and the final BNB holding amounts for each users will be determined as the average of the 8 days, right? So if you are watching this video right now, you probably have missed the Launchpad format, but that still doesn't mean that you can't purchase this token. There's been a lot of great projects that Binance has not only been a launchpad for, but they've also listed that token, and many of those tokens have performed incredibly well. Some of the examples include Sandbox, Axie Infinity, and so on and so forth, right? So if you have not participated in the launchpad subscription for the LOKA token on Binance, you don't have to worry about anything, because you can still buy the tokens from Binance, and if you buy it immediately after it's launched, you may probably be buying it during the pump and dump stage, but you'll still be buying it at a relatively early phase during the token's existence, which means you will still be making considerable amount of gains considering the success ratio of all the projects that's been listed on Binance, right? So the token sale details goes as follows. The token name is League of Kingdoms LOKA, that we already know. Hard cap launchpad amount is $4 million. So this is the hard cap for the launchpad itself. Hard cap per user is $15,000, which is about 93,750 LOKA tokens. So this is the maximum a person can earn, when it comes to LOKA tokens as well as dollar comparative, right? Total token supply is 500 million tokens. We'll cover the tokenomics in a few minutes. But if you take the total token allocation to the Binance Launchpad is only 5% of the token supply, which is about 25 million LOKA tokens are allocated specifically for the Launchpad. So even if you were to participate, your chances of winning a decent amount of LOKA tokens is very low, because obviously Binance being one of the in fact the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, it's going to be very hard for you to compete with whales. And as they mentioned here, you are only going to be holding your BNB for 8 days, so you'll be competing with some of the big whales who will be fighting for a small portion of the 5% of the total token supply that is being launched on the Binance Launchpad, right? So I don't think in the end, even if you had contributed, let's say 100 BNB tokens, it would have ultimately been worth it, because you'd only be getting a very small slither of the LOKA token pie, right? And if you see the token sale price through Binance Launchpad is 1 LOKA equals 16 cents in US dollars. This will be basically priced in BNB, which means You don't have to worry about the price of the token. As long as you meet the subscription format criteria, your BNB tokens will be deducted, and you will get the respective LOKA tokens on the time of the distribution, right? So you don't have to worry about anything. But if you see, the token price is 16 cents, so this token definitely has a chance to be trading above $1. But again, as I said, just because you didn't participate in the launchpad doesn't mean that it's the end of the world for you for this particular token, right? And if you see, token sale format is by subscription based only, and if you see, supported sessions are only BNB. So previously they used to have subscription formats for BNB, BUSD, and maybe even for USDT, but now they're only having it for BNB, right? And here is the subscription timeline. If you have missed this and you want to participate in the Binance Launchpad in the future, the same subscription timelines as well as the rules would apply for other projects as well, with very slight differences, right? So if you still want to read through this one, you can do that. So just like always, let's go to the Binance research page to learn about this project itself, right? So what is League of Kingdoms? So it's basically a blockchain MMO strategy game, right? That's basically what it is. So League of Kingdoms aims at building a decentralized gaming metaverse as one of the world's first blockchain MMO strategy games. So it is a decentralized gaming project that focuses on becoming a metaverse project as well, and it's also self-naming itself as one of the world's first blockchain MMO strategy games, right? So the LOKA token adds to the existing set of NFTs to enable governance rights and additional utilities to the League of Kingdoms community. So when it comes to the token itself, the native token LOKA, it adds to the existing sets of NFTs to enable governance rights. So you are basically using the LOKA tokens not only as a governance token, and it not only does it provide you with additional utilities within the LOKA community, you're also adding to the existing set of NFTs that are part of the project, right? And when it comes to LOKA, its governance and utility token, it has the following function. So let's go a little bit deep into some of the main functionalities of the LOKA token. So as we discussed, governance is one of the main functionalities of the token itself. LOKA token holders can propose and vote on network governance decisions. So as we all know, all governance tokens are used by token holders to propose and vote within the network, thereby improving the future of the platform itself. The second main use case is being used as a medium of exchange. Users can use LOKA tokens to make payments and purchase in-game items. So within the game itself, just like many other play to earn games, this game also has a feature where you can use the LOKA tokens to buy in-game items. So you basically need the LOKA tokens in order to buy in-game items and collectibles, right? So that's one of the other use cases of the LOKA tokens. Gamer incentivization. Users can potentially earn LOKA tokens as rewards by winning in-game competition. So within the game itself, there are a lot of competition which you can participate, and you can basically earn LOKA tokens by participating in these competitions and thereby winning a portion of the tokens for yourself. It's kind of like a reward for you to play the game, right? So the next use case is Nft Boosters. Users can use LOKA tokens to mint and upgrade NFT assets. So you can use the tokens within the game to not only mint NFTs but also to upgrade your existing NFTs as well, right? And the final use case is platform rewards. Users can stake LOKA tokens to earn LOKA rewards as well as other special NFT assets. So within the platform itself, you can stake your LOKA tokens and earn additional tokens, obviously, and you can earn additional special NFT assets. So these are assets that you can use within the game itself, but these are special NFTs, not the regular NFTs, and you can do that by just taking your tokens, right? So there's a lot of use cases for this token, and I think it's definitely going to be a really popular game, just like Axie Infinity, as well as Sandbox, and several other, play to earn metaverse games, right? So the game is a massive multiplayer online, which is the MMO abbreviation, strategy game using blockchain technology for transactions and governance. Obviously, it is a blockchain based game which uses strategy in order to kind of like make the game entertaining, right? So when it comes to different components of the game itself, you have multiple game components. Some of them include castle building game. A user can build kingdoms, develop technologies, and train troops to farm resources and hunt monsters. So this is kind of like the theme of the game, where you can basically build your own kingdom, develop your technologies, and train your troops in order to fight battles and monsters, right? So the second component is alliance war game. A user can join or forge an alliance to compete inside and outside of the continent. So there are things known as continents which house kingdoms which must be conquered. So if you are, let's say for example, if you have used or played Age of Empires or Age of Mythology, those kind of games, you pretty much know the layout of the game itself, and that's basically the exact same layout that League of Kingdoms also has. You forge alliance between other kingdoms, and you try to take down other players and monsters and so on and so forth, right? So you do this within the continent and outside of your own continent, which includes multiple other continents that you can conquer as well, right? Unique NFT economy. A user can own the very land where thousands of gamers play games as NFTs. Gamers can own not only the parcels but also resources and the future growth of the game platform. So when you conquer a particular swath of land within the game, these land that you conquered are basically your own NFTs, right? You can basically do this by conquering other people's kingdoms or lands, and you can basically use all the resources within this land for your own kingdom's growth and development, and also any future growth potential of that particular continent or land. Let's say if you reach, let's say for example, the industrial age, or some other age within the game itself. I'm just giving an example. You can potentially unlock gold, silver, oil, or some other resources within the land, which will also be owned by you in the form of an NFT, right? So that's basically how this game basically works. It's pretty much like an Age of Empires version on the blockchain, right? The project has raised 3.1 million US dollars from one round of private token sale, where 6.20% of the LOKA token total token supply has been sold at 10 cents per LOKA. So previously, before the Binance Launchpad itself, they've had private sales where they've raised $3.1 million, selling about 6.2% of the total token supply at 10 cents per token, right? In that rate, right? And as of January 11th, 2022, the total token supply is 500 million tokens, and the circulating supply upon listing will be 50.7 million tokens, which is about 10.14% of the total token supply. So these are some of the main important numbers that you need to understand, because initially the token will not have a lot of supply. It will only be about 10.14%, but it's still better than several other projects that we covered, which have had less than 5% of their total token supply in circulation. This token has a total supply of 500 million tokens, which is a really good number for a gaming project, because if you see a lot of other games, they have their maximum supply or total token supply in billions of tokens, right? So 500 million is also a really good number for people to kind of engage with the game, because the token itself has a lot of in-game use cases, which will definitely make the token more valuable over the course of the game's growth and development, right? And at the same time, as the game becomes more and more popular, the token supply will continue to be in high demand, thereby increasing the price per token in the future as well, right? So here, if you scroll below on Binance research page, they have a lot of detailed information about this game itself, which I highly recommend you guys to do your own research on. And you have some of these information as well. If you see, it's pretty much the same layout of as Age of Empires, because that's one of the games that I played when I was a kid, and you can easily kind of see the similarities. And if you see, there are lots of resources that you can earn, and this swath of land, if you own, it's actually an NFT that you personally own within your wallet, right? And here are some of the battle kind of like images or GIFs that they have on the game itself. You have multiple different kingdoms, you have dragons, and you have all these other supernatural beings as well, right? And if you scroll below, this is like a raid of a kingdom, multiple different armies attacking one particular kind of town center like building, thereby gaining control of that particular area, right? So that's that. And if you see, there's Battlefield Island Season 1, which is like a player versus player game, and which is all within the game itself. And if you win those competitions, you earn LOKA tokens as well as NFTs as prizes, right? So Land 2.0, the new chapters unfold. Again, there's a lot of importance that will be given for the land itself. If you see here, they have a lot of people playing the games and learning about this game itself. It is an Ethereum based token, so it is going to be in the ERC20 token standards, and there's other information as well that you can learn about this project. Here's the distribution of this token. About 6.20% of the total token supply is for private sale, as we saw before. 5% is going to be allocated for the Binance Launchpad, 20% for the team, 20% as staking reward, 13% for game rewards, 5% for land rewards, 2% for advisors, 9.8% for reserve, 19% for the ecosystem itself, right? So this is the pie chart that shows the token allocation for this team token itself. And if you see the vesting schedule for the team, this chart is one of the most important charts because it's going to tell you how the tokens are vested. So if you see, initially the token has a linear vesting schedule for the team members getting 1.67% as of February 2022, and advisors getting 0.08%. And as the months pass, there's linear release of the tokens to the team. As as the years pass as well, the team slowly gets their portion of the tokens distributed. And I believe after August or September 2025, the team gets absolutely nothing. So the team usually gets more tokens on a linear schedule before August 2025, but it seems like after August 2025 there's no more tokens released to the team members. So obviously there's a bit of dumping risk after 2025, but it's still a really good linear token allocation token release schedule, right? So I definitely again, it's not the best, but it's still not the worst as well, right? And if you scroll below, you can see the team members along with their LinkedIn pages and what other projects they've worked in the past, and whatever the project they'll be working in the future as well. You can gather that information from their LinkedIn profile, right? Here are some of the milestone achievements that they've completed along with their roadmap, which is very important. So please do a lot of in-depth research. And here's information about their social media information along with their website, white paper, and their Medium article, which you can also use to do your own research, right? So let's go to the website itself quickly to see what other information you can collect. So if you go to leagueofkingdoms.com, which is the website, or if you can basically access their website from the Binance research page. It is an app that's available on the Apple App Store. And here's a video of the game itself, which I highly recommend you guys to watch. The layout may not be for everyone, so you need to watch the video before you understand, right? So the video starts auto-playing, so be careful with that. If you see, they have images of their game itself, some of the quests and other important information, along with the land, which is the most important NFT project, because the lands itself may be worth more in the future, right? They are invested and partnered with Hashed, A16Z Crypto, Sequoia, Binance Labs. Obviously, this is one of the reasons why Binance has listed this token. Block Tower, Yield Guild, which is another play-to-earn game. Skyvision Capital, D-Spread, Nod Games, OpenSea. Again, it's an NFT platform. The Sandbox, which is also a popular project that was launched on Binance Launchpad. Token Pocket, which is a wallet. I'm Token, which is also a wallet. Kyber Network, MakerDAO, Dap.com. So these are all some of the partners and investors. So we don't know who are the partners and who are the investors, but it's pretty much a lot of information that we would need presented in bite-sized pieces, right? So when we go to the coin market caps page, there's no real information about this token when it comes to price action because it's literally not listed yet. But I will tell you some of my price predictions, because if you see here, the token supply and the per token public listing price is also mentioned on Binance, which can give us some form of idea on how much we can speculate, right? So if you see during the initial process, the tokens about 10% or 10.6% of the tokens total supply will be in circulation. So it's going to give us an idea that there's going to be a decent amount of dumping of the token initially. So about 50.7 million tokens will be circulating out of the 500 million tokens, right? First of all, the token has a max supply. So 500 million tokens is going to be a capped supply, which means there is scarcity built into the system. And since 10% of the total token supply is going to be circulated initially after the Binance launch, there is going to be some price dumping, which means immediately after the Binance launch, the token will reach from 16 cents per token, which is the listing price of this token on Binance. It could definitely go to as high as $1.50, which is where the dumping will happen. If we are lucky, we can even see the token price reach somewhere between $1.75 or $1.80, and it can dump like crazy, right? I think the floor price of this token will probably be somewhere between 30 to 50 cents per token, which is probably the best time to buy this token. So the thing about this project is that it is a metaverse project, and metaverse is going to be the future of NFTs and crypto in the future. If you take a track record of all the metaverse as well as NFT games project that have been listed on Binance, Sandbox has performed extraordinarily well. Axie Infinity is one of the most popular games, which has also performed like numerous X's in the past year itself. And coming along those lines, I think League of Kingdoms will also perform at least a minimum of 20 to 50x in the first year, which is this year, right? So by the end of 2022, you're going to see this token price at least be somewhere between $4 to $5 per token. And this is just a conservative estimate. I think this token can easily be $7 or $8, as high as $7 to $8 by the end of this year, and the best case scenario, but the conservative scenario is probably going to be $4 to $5 per token, right? Initially, this token is going to slump because of the circulating supply being very low, but as people start acknowledging this game and start playing this, and as people start becoming a part of this community of this game, there's going to be a lot of hype and hype and excitement building around this game. There's a lot of Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, Rise of Nations fans out there who would love to play this game. The only problem with this project is that it's an ERC20 token, which means it's on the Ethereum blockchain. So the gas fees are going to be ridiculously high. So that's definitely going to frighten away a lot of users, including myself, because I'm not going to be interested in paying ridiculous amount of gas fees per transaction to play this game. Therefore, this game will be forced to probably be on a different chain such as Binance Smart Chain or Polygon, or even they'll probably set up their own blockchain, right? Which is a high possibility in the future, which is only going to increase the price and hype of this token even more, right? So my conservative estimate is $4 to $5 by the end of this year, but in the best case scenario, $7 to $8 is definitely a possibility. And this token could perform extremely well in the long term, which is about 3 to 5 years from now, depending on how much hype this token is building. I think some of the worst points of this project is that it is an ERC20 token built on the Ethereum blockchain, which will definitely exclude a lot of people from playing this game because of the fact that it's slow and it's going to take a huge transaction fees to make a simple transaction. And the second thing is that the token supply is also one of the negatives of this project, because out of again, since only 10% of the tokens are in circulation, it needs to increase to at least 30 to 50% in order for this token to not face any more sideways action, which it will face in the short term, but in the long term it's going to do pretty well, right? Again, that's just my price prediction and my final verdict of this project, guys. Remember, guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. So thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.